Welcome to Soul Infused Monday. Let's start the show just by taking a deep breath. And if you're watching the replay, so you will have a few moments while we're waiting for people to join live, I invite you to simply do whatever you need to do right now in order to be present, in order to be focused here today, to remove any distractions, and to leave a comment below so that I know you are actually here right now. And if you are on the replay, just do the same thing. Use this moment where we are waiting to just take a nice deep breath, become present in whatever way you are doing this. If you are currently doing several things at the same time, or even only two things, here is my invitation. Choose to focus on only one. You can either fully focus on the Soul Infused Monday show right now with me, and or you focus on the other tasks that you're doing. I would really recommend to only focus on one, because if you're doing two or three things at the same time, you're not gonna be fully present with either of them. And I don't get offended if you make a choice to leave the show and go somewhere else, but I am attached to helping you to really be present in the moment so that you can get the best out of what you are actually present with, okay? Hi Linda, happy Monday. Yes, if you are live on the show, leave a comment below. And what I'm going to do today, and if you are new to this show, maybe you are new to the show, so my name is Sonia Bueno de la Torre. I'm doing this weekly broadcast every Monday, Soul Infused Monday show. I'm a spiritual teacher, I'm an energy healer, I'm a speaker, I'm an author, and I am here to help you to really connect to who you really are, to connect to your authentic self, to connect to your soul, and to live a soul-infused life, so that the soul can come into the body, and that you can really have the essence of who you are being and bring it out in the world as a human, both connected and aligned. So who else is here? Hi Lynn, I'm so excited that you're here, very happy to see you. So let's get started. Take a nice deep breath. Yeah, take a nice deep breath. And I'm happy that you're here with me today. Be happy that you are here with yourself today. Honor yourself for a moment. Become present for a moment. Breathe through a moment. And when I was tuning in to what was coming for today, and it wasn't even like a clear kind of topic, the question that came to me, and I'm going to ask you a few questions so that you can tune in and discover for yourself. So you might want to have something to write that you usually might have anyway. So if you don't have a notebook or something, or you might want to take some notes, take a moment to grab something. And if you don't want to write the questions down, or if you're just listening in, the other invitation I have for you is to tune into the energy that I am basically invoking, that we are creating as a group and you as an individual. So if nothing else, you don't have to do anything. Isn't that wonderful? Allow yourself to be in being. You don't have to do anything. However, I invite you to be present, to remove distractions, to come back to your breathing. And if you do get distracted, or if you kind of have the sense you're gonna do a million things at the same time, close your eyes, take a breath, connect with your body. Last week I was talking about the power of the now, and how to actually use it in your daily life on a practical level to be more in the present moment. So if you haven't watched that show, go back and watch it. It was very good. So what does really matter? It's a big question. What does really matter? And I'm not going to tell you what really matters as for yet. Because everybody's different, I'm asking you, what does really matter to you? And take a moment to really tune in, like let that question percolate. Don't let it just be superficial. Let it sink in. What does really matter to you? To you. And take a breath. I'm going to ask the question again. What does really matter to you? And close your eyes, take a breath. go into a discovery mode. First, there might be some superficial, the usual things that come up or the mind is bringing up to you. Let that be there. Observe it. Write it down. And then dig a little deeper. What does really matter to me? What does really matter? And keep taking breaths. Allow it to be a process. We are often so busy and impatient. Quick, 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 yes, yes, doing, doing, doing. Take this moment right now to allow yourself to relax, to allow yourself to become present with yourself, with your breath, with your heart, with your soul. What does really matter to you? Keep it simple, don't overcomplicate it, and leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. What does really matter to you? Depending on what you're saying, I can help you dig deeper, because I want to dig this deeper with you. What does really matter to you? Like, what's really important? What's really important? What does really matter? And I will keep asking this question. And maybe this question makes you feel uncomfortable. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you're very clear. Maybe you say, oh yeah, I totally know what really matters to me. It's my health, it's my child, or it's my project, it's my, whatever it is, my business, like whatever comes first. There's no right or wrong. Don't analyze, don't judge, don't dismiss. And maybe it makes you feel uncomfortable because, I don't actually really know. So the only answer that is not allowed is, I don't know, because you always know something. What do you know for sure? Or maybe it does make you feel uncomfortable because you realize, hey, what really matters to me, I'm actually not living. Or what really matters to me, I don't have. Like, be okay with whatever is coming up for you and go into discovery mode internally for yourself. What does really matter to you? And leave a comment. Share with me. I want to know, I want to hear. So here I get health and happiness. Happiness, my happiness and my children. Family. What else? What does matter to you? And thank you for sharing. And then take it a notch deeper. Like, what about it is, what does really matter? Like, what about your happiness does really matter? What about your children does really matter? What about family really matters? And in regards to you, don't take it outside of you. Don't focus only on the outside. Don't focus on the children or on the family. Focus on it in relationship to you. Good health and peace of mind. Beautiful. Yeah, I think we all really want to have good health and peace of mind. Beautiful. Take it deeper. What about that? Does it really matter to you? Just like take it as a process to really dig deeper. Maybe you want to write about it. Maybe you close your eyes and you just tune in. Maybe you want to check, what is my heart saying? What is my mind saying? What is coming from my soul? Like, what does really matter to me? Like, what's really important? And it seems such a simple question and a simple process, and yet it brings and triggers a lot. So if you do feel impatient, if you do feel uncomfortable, if you do feel like, I don't want to do this, I want to hear something else, observe just that. Just be in acceptance, observe, and don't run away from it. But be okay with the mind jumping in. Be okay with maybe, and I'm saying these things because I tune into, and it's like everything is connected. And often what keeps us from feeling and experiencing what does really matter to us is the chatter in the mind, is the push, the impatience, the constant doing, the being focused on the outside. Just focus inside. Relax your body. Take this time to allow yourself to be. Maybe you notice a certain tension in your body somewhere. Just acknowledge it. Go into discovering yourself. I have another question for you, and you can keep that question and you can put it out in the universe and you can put it out of your soul. You don't have to be attached to the answer, but I would like to have more answers. And I know some are really don't want to even share, and that's okay too. And yet, when you share it, even if it's not there's no perfect answer. Let it start from the surface. And then when you let the surface come out, you can dig deeper, you can dig deeper, you can dig deeper. Does that make sense? Click the love button if this makes sense. Take a nice deep breath. What is important? And I only heard a few things. Family, good health. Lynn is sharing, me saying happiness seems selfish to me. I know though that without that I am not good to anyone else or myself. Yeah, very good point. And who can relate? Thank you for sharing. Yeah, happiness seems so selfish to me. You know, we are so funny beings. And I talk about selfishness a lot. Not a lot, but here and then. And I want to make a distinction. I also want to maybe give a little bit of a context on what selfishness is for me, because it makes a huge difference in understanding that selfishness is natural and selfishness comes from a place of survival. So we are all selfish. You are selfish. I am selfish. Everybody is selfish. If when you hear that triggers something in you, or you judge what I'm saying, or you resist what I'm saying, it just shows that it's even more true. So whether you believe that's to be true or not, it doesn't matter that, it's a fact. Why? Because obviously, there's so many reasons, but let me go back to what I mean by selfish. Selfishness, self. I dissect it in self, the self. Who you are being as a self. I'm not talking about your ego, I'm not talking about your personality, I'm not talking about your patterns, your beliefs, your wants, and your desires, and your conceptions, and your control mechanism. I'm talking about yourself. Who you are being. And you are only really able to take care of your own self. And your job is to take care of your own self. And yes, you choose to take care of others as well, especially if you have children. You make a conscious choice to bring another being into this world. And of course that being is completely vulnerable, is completely unprotected, so you take care of it. You made that choice. And I see that, and I know that it's not easy to put yourself first, but if you don't put yourself first, there is no real self to take care of others. To take that in, like if you believe that you are not selfish, or if you believe that selfishness is bad, you are against the natural being of self that actually is able to help someone else out of choice and love. Does that make sense? Is this landing for you? Tune into that. Let me know. So of course, and no one should feel guilty about this, of course you want to be healthy. Of course you want to experience happiness. Of course you want to experience a joyful connection with your children, a joyful connection with your family. Of course you want to have peace of mind. Of course. How can that be selfish? That's our natural state of being. Underneath all the stuff that we've conditioned, all the dreams, the Maya, how you call it, that kind of keeps us clouded to see what's really going on. So keep breathing through that, even if you take whatever resonates with you. And again, if something triggers you, if something you resist or judge, just observe and check deeper in, like what does it do to me? Like how, just because it's coming up, this today is coming up as it's coming up and you are the creator with me. the selfishness piece come up. And I spoke to a friend of mine just recently, and she had a similar thing about, well, what does really matter to me? And she's like, oh yeah, my daughter and my husband. Is like, okay, but what does really matter to you? Like, it's like, well, yeah, I don't want to be selfish. And when we dissect that, it makes no sense. You know, if you dissect that, it's so unnatural even to a certain extent. And I say this many times, and I will repeat it right now because maybe that helps as well. You are the only person that is with you from the beginning of time on this planet, from birth until you leave this planet when your body dies. You are the only person that spends all that time with you. There is no other person, not your children, not your parents, not your friends, not your spouse, not your pet. They're kind of like share a path of your journey with you for a certain period of time. But no one else shares all this time with you. So how can it be wrong that you gotta take care of that person and have a good relationship to that person and be selfish in that sense? I think there's such a misconception about being selfish out in the world. And even, you know, like, especially spiritual people have a real challenge with that too. It's like, it seems like, oh, if you're spiritual, you're not allowed to be selfish. Like, it makes no sense, right? If you're a good person, you're not selfish. Or if you take if you take care of other people, you're not supposed to be selfish. Yeah, no, yeah, you are, and you do. Like, you are and you care, not or. You know, you're spiritual and you're selfish. You're spiritual and you're human. You're being and you're doing. As a moms, like, I work a lot with moms, and I know it's such a challenging piece. And to a certain extent, especially when your children are when children are very small, when they just give birth, like the babies, they are 100% responsible, like they're 100% dependent on you. So you lose yourself for a little while, and you give and give and give, and that's a natural process. And yet it's very difficult often to kind of really find the balance between, yes, I'm taking care, and I'm taking care of myself. And there's also a huge difference. Listen, like, I give you a lot to kind of process, and you might want to re-listen to this because some of the pieces are actually not even sinking. Like, there's a difference between taking care and controlling. And your mind will immediately say, no, I'm not controlling. I'm taking care because I really want to. And yet we are all controlling. We all want to control the environment so that we feel better. And taking care of others makes us feel good because it gives you a sense of worth. So being selfish is actually also being selfless. Because you are everything and you're nothing at the same time. Let me know what's landing for you. I want to hear what's landing, and if you have a specific question. This is for you today. And I'm checking here the comments. Thank you, Sonia. I always love your perspective. It makes me go so much deeper. I appreciate that. Going deeper. It seems like, you know, we hear like, oh, the world is so fast, and oh my God, everything is doom and gloom, and oh my, no, it's just what the outside wants us to believe. Like, pause. Slow down so that you can actually feel and perceive. Pause, slow down, and look for yourself. And check in, what does matter to you? What's important to you? What is your truth? Not someone else's, not the society, not politicians, not whoever you are listening to. We all listen to. It's like, unplug, slow down, take a breath, go in, discover, and dig deeper. Take a breath right now. And leave me a comment. I want to hear what is landing for you. What are you hearing me say that connects deeper with you? Slow down, pause. When you see the urge, oh, I need to do something else. You see the urge to do something, or you got a message on your phone. How often you get a message on your phone, you want to check it right away. Pause, let it there, let it sit there. It's not running away anywhere. Be present. Crazy times. The world is buzzing. There's so much going on the outside. It's so easy to get caught in it. It's so easy to get lost in it. And you have everything you need to come back in, to become yourself again. That is selfishness. You coming back to yourself, being authentically who you are being in your truth. That is selfishness. And it's beautiful, because then you can connect authentically with others. That's wonderful perspective we need to remember. Thank you, Linda. And hi, Mandy. So yeah, I don't see any comments. I don't see any questions. So I'm going to leave you with that. Unless you do have a question or comment, I'm happy to stay for another few minutes. But I'm going to leave you with that. And it's a recap. As much as I can recap what's coming. But pause. Stop. Listen in. Become present. Check in, what does really matter? And then dig deeper. What does really matter? Dig deeper. Hi, Alyssa. Yes, go definitely back and listen in. You will like this. What's really important? Just for the sake of knowing. You don't have to go and do something with it right away. Right now, more than ever, I feel like everybody is trying so hard, finding the right energy, pushing so hard, doing. I even feel the energy. Just shake it off, shake it off. I can feel it when I tune in. Shake it off. You're not gonna go anywhere if you try so hard. Try less hard. Breathe, relax, drop in, stop, unplug. Turn your phone off, put it away, mute it for a while. Even if it's just for a conscious 2 minutes throughout the day. Connect to yourself. And one of the biggest, that I'm going to leave you with that, meditation is one of the most energy-based meditation. Energy-based meditation that incorporates a certain flow of energy in, up, down, out, is one of the best tools to help you to become present, to help you to connect in, to connect up. And there's so many free meditations that I offer. You can find them here on Facebook, on many Soul Infused Monday shows. I guide you through a live meditation. I'm on Insight Timer, free meditation app with guided meditations. Like, you have all the tools. Don't look for new tools. Come back to the basics, breathe. Connect to your body, come to the present moment, meditate, connect up to your soul. And while I'm saying it, I'm doing it, and you can do it with me. And you can bring it down, and you go, and you can do that and refresh every moment, every moment throughout the day. Don't look for a new tool. Don't look for a bing, bing, bang, boom, whatever it's like. Go back to the basics. You have everything you need inside. You just got to start listening again. And when you listen in again, you will hear the chatter first. You will hear all the noise. Don't stop there. Don't run away from it. Tune in with acceptance, listening in, awareness, loving awareness. And if you only do it every Monday, come back every Monday. Tune in, even if you only tune in for 5 minutes because you don't want to spend 20 minutes. That's fine with me. Just tune in. Stop, pause, and listen. Tap into the energy of your soul. So, last moment that I'm going to check here if there's any questions, and then I will invite you to set a reminder. That's a good use for the phone right now. Set a reminder for next Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Join me again. I love this. I promised myself to self-care yesterday. Fantastic, Melissa. you're tuning in. This is exactly what I'm going through, and I'm just randomly tuned in. Yes, I know, Alyssa, I totally get it. What's really important, that's a takeaway. Go deeper. It's okay to be selfish. Be present. Awesome. Thank you, Linda. Bingo. Don't look for new tool. Yes. I hear you. Hey, listen, you're just like me. I'm just maybe a few days further in kindergarten of the soul school. I hear you. I have your meditations connect to your divine self-love meditation. They're wonderful. Yeah, thank you, Alyssa. Yeah, go back to those. Go back to the basics. Don't, no new tools needed. I'm always looking for new tools. Stop looking. Yes, Alyssa, I know. I hear you. Stop looking for a new tool. You are the tool. Your soul is the tool. The only tool you need is to keep going, to connect, keep building the muscle, keep building the muscle, keep building the rainbow bridge, the bridge that connects you to your soul. That's the only tool you need. Go back to the basics. We already have all what we need inside. Yes. Okay. Thank you for being here today. Stop, pause, and listen. Meditate, relax, unplug. Stop. You don't need to hear everything that's out there. You don't need to read everything. You don't need to watch everything. You're not going to miss out on anything if you go in. And you choose wisely what you listen to and watch to. Okay? If you want to, you can just sit here with me for a minute. And if not, you can leave. And I wish you a wonderful day. And I hope to see you next Monday. And if you choose to stay for another minute, just take a breath. Close your eyes. Just be with whatever is. Breathe. Be present for just a moment. Tuning into your energy, tuning into my energy, tuning into the energy of the world. Tuning into the energy of your soul. Relaxing your third eye, expanding your third eye in the area of your forehead. Let it expand. Let yourself expand. Let yourself become wide. Let yourself reach up to your higher self. Let the energy pour down. This is a quick presence, exercise in presence. Let the energy pour down into back into your body, back into your heart, back into all the presence in this here right now, into physical matter. And if you like, you can set the intention to let your true self, your soul, your higher self, be the guide for yourself today. Take another deep breath. Deep breath. Thank you for being here. I love you, appreciate you. And Melissa, just because I see you here, I had left you a message, not a message, a comment. Send me a message, I want to send you something. Namaste.